Hello. Hello, hello. Hold on. Let me. Hey, Dino. Dino, type yes if you can hear me. All right, Brandon. Hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Hello. All right. Great. Great. Fantastic. Sorry about that, guys. I accidentally had to reload the page because I wasn't able to connect the chat, and then eventually it killed it because I reloaded. But right now it looks like things are up and running pretty well. Fantastic. How's the quality? Obviously on my end it looks good, but how's the quality for all of you? Like, hey Chris, hey Xavier, hello. Aaliyah, hi. Bonnie, hi. Jennifer, Dina, I already said hi. Victoria, hello. Brandon, again, hi. Guys, make sure everybody knows that this is happening. Okay. Make sure everybody knows this is happening. I want to make sure many people get in here. Hello, Asana. What's up? Keyshawn, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good to not actually see you, but good to talk with you. I'll have more opportunities to hopefully see your faces later. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate that. It was fun. Hi, Cam. Thank you. Hi, Fumi. Hello. I will not say hi to Snapchat. Hello, Louis. Zaria, hi. Violet, hello. Hey, Chris. Felix, hello. I'm gonna end up famous, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Things are gonna really take off from here. It's nothing but up right now after this, honestly. All right, so it looks like we have a good amount of people joining in. I think there's about 23 people. That's okay. We can go ahead and get started with that. And then hopefully that number rises. If it doesn't rise, then it is what it is, but hopefully it does. All right. First off, hello, everybody. Good to see that you're here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your, what I'm sure is incredibly busy day to do this. I hope that your other teachers have had the opportunity to get in touch with you. I hope that they've had the opportunity to share some knowledge or information about their classes and just other stuff with you. I know I personally have been working to try to make sure things are set up as best as possible. And that, like I told you, if you were there the last day before on Monday, when I last saw most of you, I've been working this past week and weekend to try to set things up so that there was a system in place that hopefully worked. Unfortunately, because this is like a situation that is just developing day after day and we're getting more and more news and learning more and more, it makes it a little difficult to stick with one system because I obviously have to change it for whatever I'm being told needs to be changed. With that being said, I have something that I think is only has to be tweaked here and there. So thankfully that's good because at the very least, that's all I have to do. I don't have to really worry about completely changing everything. So right now things are looking good. I went out of my way and I bought a sticky whiteboard. I brought my markers from school home with me. So thankfully I have this to kind of serve as a visual. I think it might be Hopefully it's not. It is on my end. It looks inverted. I hope that it's not actually inverted on your end. Is it? Does it look backwards, the writing behind me, or does it look okay? So it type, does it look okay? Like, does it look like it's supposed to look? It's not backwards? All right, fantastic. Then it's just for me as a reflection. Awesome. So that's really good because that makes it easier for me to share what my schedule this week will be looking like / every week that we're not in school, which, I hope that will only be the time that they set. Yeah, so I mean, I've been doing well, guys. I've been hanging out, working mostly during the day, playing with my cat, hanging with other people, not a lot of other people because I'm quarantining, but essential people who already live around here at night. Just, really trying to make sure that you have what you need for everything necessary to, hopefully still have some success from this point forward. Right now, behind me, I have a schedule. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like in a moment so that you can kind of note down or take, just an observation of when I'm available, how I'll be available, what that's going to look like. So that way, moving forward, if you ever need my help or if you ever just need some questions or anything that you need from me, these are the times that I'll be available. All right. So I heard a lot of feedback. I did that Google form. Thank you, by the way, to everybody who filled that out, which was most of my students. I did that so I could get a read for what times work best for you and what times make the most sense for you as well. With that being said, I kind of took the data, the feedback, and I decided to do a schedule like the one behind me because I thought it made the most sense moving forward for what that would look like. Okay, so basically it's pretty simple. Obviously, this is just for this week. Welcome to ELA, everybody. It's great to see you. I hope that this is good. I can move it in a little bit in case you can't see that well. I got a light on it and everything. Yeah, it's probably a little bit better. So basically for today, as you already know, 12 p.m., I put to be determined because I don't know how long this is going to go. It can go 30 minutes, it can go 2 hours, probably not more than that because I do have stuff I have to do around 2 p.m. But as you can see, 12 p.m. to be determined, first live stream. Basically, I hope to use this live stream to kind of just put down next steps, scheduling, things like that, so that you all are in the know. And I hope to keep it as consistent as possible with this, so that way you guys have a sense of consistency, and so do I. I think structure is a fantastic thing. I think it's super helpful, and I think it can be helpful for you as well as myself. So the way I kind of mapped this out was I've been looking at all kinds of different platforms. I've been looking at what makes sense. I know I'm sure a lot of your teachers are using Zoom. I'm sure a lot of your teachers are using some kind of form of meeting, like online, like Google Hangout or even Google Meet or, things like that. I personally don't like Zoom. That's one of the reasons I decided to really not use Zoom is because I'm not a huge fan. But with that being said, there's other means in which for us to meet, all by just using your Google, school accounts. That makes life easier for you guys and knowing you can keep it all in one space. That was kind of my goal, is to not have you guys have to move back and forth so much, but rather have it all in the same kind of suite with your Google accounts. So basically what you're seeing here, and I'll point out Tuesday and Thursday because they're basically the exact same thing. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention to Tuesday and make sure you're paying attention to Thursday. It's rather simple, all right? Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dedicate 5 consecutive hours of the morning and afternoon of Tuesdays and Thursdays to just office hours, all right? This is a very college term, but I can explain it, and I'm sure other teachers have brought it up too. What I mean by office hours basically is just, what I mean by that simply is this is time that I'm going to, dedicate towards anything that is about this class, anything about education that is hopefully going to be helpful to you. Okay. And what I mean by that is I set aside 5 consecutive hours. So 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, and 1 to 2. And you'll see it's the exact same thing on this side. All right. Basically what it is just added help, kind of just me being able to explain things to you guys. If you ever go in, having some questions about the reading, having some questions about the questions I'm going to be assigning, or, some notes that you've probably taken down, kind of just like as a support space, kind of like a mini class, if you will, kind of like a small tutoring session is what I'll basically call it. And the reason I set aside 5 hours is because I want to cap the limit of people in those tutoring sessions to 25. Okay. Basically, what I want to make sure that I do is leave it so that people can still have conversations and it doesn't get too hectic, because the hard part is running a whole class with everybody involved. So I think the best thing for us to do, for us to have a kind of back and forth communication, is to have these small sessions throughout the day that can maybe work for some people, that can maybe work for others. But I will cap each one at about 25. All right. And the reason that for that being is so people can get a little bit more personalized help, so things are a little bit more controlled and not too hectic. And I think it probably makes the most sense for people scheduling wise. And I do the same thing for Wednesdays and Fridays. And I know that, Xavier, you said, why are those in red? I read it in the chat. Well, the biggest reason is because I'll go over that in a minute, and those will be live streams. That's why. But basically what I have it here, guys, is 5 straight hours, 1 hour blocks on Tuesdays and Thursdays, all dedicated to office hours, basically small tutoring sessions. Everyone's welcome to sign up for it. Right now, I'm going to try to figure out some kind of app or something I can make up to see like a sign up thing. So that way I know who I expect to be there. And then you can join, you can check it out. You obviously do not have to come to those sessions, but I do recommend, if that's something that you would like, if you think that can be helpful for you, if you feel like that's a good community to try to get some assistance, not only from me, but from peers. We can meet up, we can talk. It doesn't have to be all talk for shop the whole time. I'm obviously happy to dedicate a few minutes to just catching up, seeing how everyone's doing, how you're managing your time, checking in on you guys, because, and I'm sure, at least I hope you believe me, that I definitely miss you guys. And, this has been a little tough and kind of weird, but we're making it work, right? So it'll be the same deal for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. All right. I'll get to those more in a minute. Right now, I kind of want to focus more on these red ones, okay? And if I change this Monday one, it will say the same thing as well. So the reason I have these in red is because the red ones are supposed to represent live streams, like I'm doing right now. Okay, originally I had a live stream from 11 a.m. I was going to originally have a live stream from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., but some of you let me know that Ms. Galante, which is for some of you is your math teacher, you told me that she was going to be having kind of the same deal today at that same time, which is fine. I decided just to push it back 1 hour. I didn't mind doing that so much. But I think moving forward, because I read the data, I saw what time people thought they could dedicate to my class and pay attention and do things like that. They told me that anywhere from these middle times was good. So I decided to go from 11 to 12, for the biggest reason being these 2 hours before and these 2 hours after. All right, these live streams are going to be nothing crazy. All right, basically what they are is I have a set schedule in mind, and I kind of already shared that with you, and I'll be updating that as time goes on, about when you're going to be doing specific readings of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and when you'll be answering questions and taking notes and stuff like that. Basically, these live streams are kind of just mini lessons that I'm going to be giving. I guess not mini because it is an entire hour, but lessons that I'll be giving more on kind of what it is that we're going to be tackling, kind of me paying attention to things I think you should be paying attention to, kind of just like basically watching what I think you should be, keeping an eye on, kind of important passages, important lines, stuff like that. All right. And then the cool part is these 2 hours before, I like to think of it as like before school help. So basically these are like your cram hours, your scrambles, that before the live stream, I am available for anything that you think you need to be ready for that live stream, or even anything that we're going to be covering. And then these next 2 hours, I think, are super helpful too, because these are kind of dedicated towards the recap of everything. I'm trying to keep everything as fluid as possible so that there's enough opportunity before and after that is equal, so that people feel like they're being supported. Basically, if you pay attention, right, I have these 5 hours on Tuesday, 2 hours on Wednesday, live stream. Then 2 hours afterwards, and then 5 hours, right, live stream. That's 7 hours each. You guys see how that works? Between every single lesson, there's about 7 hours in between, so that you can try to fit your time into one of those time slots, even just one. You want to do 2, 3, you want to join all 7, you can, assuming there's room. But at the very least, you can get into one, so that I can help explain class a little bit more individual, rather than me have to talk to everybody all at once. You get what I'm saying? That way it can work more for people's schedules. I told you guys before we made this whole thing happen that I would try to do something that made sense for people's schedules. And the best part about this live stream that I'm very excited about is that when it's done, I can upload it. I can upload it onto my YouTube channel, which if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe as soon as possible so you can get notifications for what I'm uploading and so that you can get it. All right. So basically, that's what I'm kind of going into right now with this. Let me look at the chat. I see people saying things. Riley, so I see your question about for a Midsummer Night's Dream, do we put in the answers we already done in class and homework? The answer is yes. For Act 2, all right, some of you tried to turn that into me. Unfortunately, we weren't able to finish all of Act 2 before we had to do online, remote learning. So what I asked, and I put this up last night, is for people to type in whatever answers they wrote on their Act 2 questions packet onto the document. Everybody should have their own document on Google Classroom. Once you finish typing in all the answers you've already written, and I know it's a pain, and I'm super sorry, I just want to make sure I have an electronic record of it. When you're done doing that, do me a favor, make sure that you click turn it in so that it gets to me. You try to do it before the due date, which is actually before the next live stream on Wednesday. All right, on Wednesday at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., I will be going over and having a lesson on Act 2, Scene 2. I'll say that one more time. On Wednesday at 11 a.m. during that live stream, I will be doing a lesson and going over Act 2, Scene 2, which most of you have probably already finished reading, which most of you have probably already finished reading and have already finished writing your answers about it. Okay. Sorry, I combined the two words. All right. Just to answer that question. All right. I think this is a good system. I think it'll work. If you feel like this is something that's not going to work for you, if you feel like the live streams from 11 to 12 are something that you can't tune into, but you don't mind watching an upload of that live stream after the fact, that's totally up to you. If you think that's going to be enough and it's going to be okay, then I'll take it. All right. Chris is asking if Mr. Munoz, can we still act out Act 2, Scene 3? Well, there is no Act 2, Scene 3, but there is Act 2, Scene 2 or Act 3, Scene 1. I think during these small Google Hangouts, I think we'll be able to do more like, practice reading, acting out. If you're all okay with that, I have no problem with that. I think on Wednesday, I'm going to start with a live one-man performance, which you all know I'm a huge fan of doing myself. So I might just go ahead and take the reins on that. But during those small Google Hangouts, we can have more group readings and more kind of immersive conversations. Basically just talking ELA. I mean, at this point, you guys are living a college person's existence. You're online, you're doing office hours. I'll tell you right now, when I was in college, all we did was read, talk, answer, read, talk, answer. And it was a lot of fun. And it kind of pushes you to have to make sense of it on your own, okay? Whoever is bagging head fish stick, please do me a favor. Make sure that you log in with your Boston K-12 account, please. All right, because I don't know who you are, and I want to make sure I have people's names on here that I actually know, that I know who's here and who's not here. You get what I'm saying? All right. So Violet, you're asking where's the modern translation for the book. If you go on SparkNotes, there's a thing called No Fear Shakespeare. If you look up A Midsummer Night's Dream, No Fear Shakespeare, SparkNotes has every act and every scene. I'm pretty sure there's a direct translation for every act and every scene. If not, it has really good modern translation summaries and things like that to help make life a little bit easier when you're reading it. Because like you already know, I'm not there to be able to explain it to you anymore, but I can try to explain it as best as I can in those small tutoring sessions. I recommend you check that out. It seems like a lot of people in the chat, they know about that already. Dina, stop spamming F, please. Thank you. Bryce, it's okay. As much as I want to take your money, I won't take your money. All right. It's the wrong thing to do. So I'm probably just going to keep streaming on YouTube. It makes the most sense. So I can upload it to my YouTube channel after. But thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Chris, you may use the bathroom. Go ahead. Does anybody have any questions? Guys, if you have questions, type them in the chat. I'll try to slow it down as much as I can so that I can check them out. I can obviously scroll back and forth. There's only 55 people in here, so it's not going too fast. When is the packet due? So Bree, I put it on Google Classroom for the Act 2 questions to be due before the next live stream, which is Wednesday at 11 a.m. Okay, so it's due Wednesday, March 25th before 11 a.m. Violet, you may use the bathroom. Okay, someone said, can you repeat what you said? Sorry, Nia, I've already said a lot, but I will be uploading this on my YouTube channel after. So anything you missed, if you joined late, you can obviously check it out after the fact and it'll be there for you to watch later. Omer, thank you. I appreciate that. Assuming everybody subscribes, I'll have even more than 100 subscribers. Caitlin, stay awake. It's 12 in the afternoon. Violet, package due by 11 a.m. on Wednesday, basically before the next live stream. I'll update the document on Google Classroom so that you guys have more of this schedule. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna try to come up with a system where people can sign in or like schedule those hour blocks that I'm offering for personalized help and stuff like that. Aaliyah, yes, you can see my cat. She's napping right now in the living room, but I'll go bother her and wake her up and bring her over in a second. Yes, Violet can get some water. Summer, what packets? Can somebody please get in touch with Summer and explain it to her so that I don't have to over live stream? Yeah, Brandon, don't worry. I'll go get her. Yeah, yes, Nubai, I can move so you can screen share. Can everybody see this okay? Guys, if you want to take a photo of this or something, I can move out the way for a second. I'll actually get to the other side. I hope that you can see that all right. If it's too small, let me know. I can obviously pick up my laptop so you can see it better. So guys, if you want to take a photo of this, you can. If you want to fix it, I'll actually update Monday right now because Monday is basically exact same thing as Wednesday and Friday, but I'll write it up in case anybody wants a visual, all right? Because I want people to make sure that they have this. Oh, let me get my, sorry. I got this cool little owl cup with all my markers. I'm telling you, I was ready, guys. I told you I was gonna try to get prepared as best as possible. I took this and ran with it, all right? That's all I'm saying. The next time you doubt my integrity, the next time you doubt my commitment, just look up here. I guess 5 hours is kind of doable. That's actually not a whole lot of commitment. But you know what? It's something. Let's see. Show your cat, face reveal. All right, I'll get the cat. Chill. I'll get her in a second. I got you. It might be hard. She might scratch me a few times when I pick her up. She doesn't really like to be picked up. It's kind of mean that way. Another thing I want to add, guys, is even though these are like the times I've set for more personalized and group help, you guys are more than welcome, obviously, all right, to do one on your own, okay? I mean, I get it. You want me to lead it. I'm the person who kind of has assigned this. So you want help from the person who's the source, the primary source, which you're all very talented and very intelligent secondary sources. I've told you that since day one, right? You all kind of know what you're doing. I think a lot of you have a lot to bring to the table. So don't doubt yourself on that, okay? AKA, don't just wait for me to do this tutoring session. If you feel like after 2 p.m. when I'm no longer available for them, if you feel like at 4 p.m. you're talking and you're like, oh, Chris, what you doing at 4 p.m.? It's like, oh, I was gonna play Xbox, but I think I might just, wait an hour. And then you're like, all right, cool. So I was wondering, would you like to, have like a chat that we can go over the book really quickly for like an hour before you hop online? And like, yeah, you know what? Why not? You guys are obviously more than welcome to do that. You don't just wait for me to do it. You can take the reins on that. All right. All right. I'll be right back. Actually, any more questions? Does anybody have any more questions? I'll get the cat in a second, but more about school. All right. So I hope this schedule is a little helpful. All right. I'm wondering if anybody has any more questions about anything in particular. I know that the lines I made are not straight. Okay. They especially don't look as straight either because it's at an angle. All right. Dark Mossy, can you do me a favor? Make sure you're in with your Google account because I don't know who you are. Can I get subtitles? What do you mean, Aiden? You want me to write subtitles as I go? That's personal, Violet. It's personal. Will the schedule change? Good question, A-Fire. It really depends, guys. I think if this works for most people, I do not see it changing. I think that there's going to be some times where live streams might not always make sense with the timing because, like, for example, Act 3, Scene 2, I'm trying to give you guys a full week to be able to do that. So, like, a Wednesday live stream of that is kind of weird because Monday you would start reading it and Friday you should be done reading it. But Wednesday is kind of weird because it's in the middle. So I think Wednesday I would use more as like a chance to kind of talk about the first half because assuming you're pacing yourself well, you will have finished at least half of the act. And half of the scene, and you could have at least started doing something like that. So, I mean, I could see, I personally want to keep this schedule as it is because I think it gives a lot of people a lot of time in between. All right. I want to make sure that you guys are being respected for the time that you can give, the time that you have, because I'm not the only teacher, right? You have your science, your history, and your math classes. They all have their own schedules. They have you doing all kinds of other work as well. So I want to make sure that the workload I'm giving you is manageable, but I also want to make sure that I'm having some direct instruction, and I'm also setting aside time for you guys to get in touch with me for anything that you might need. All right, whatever it is. All right. With that being said, I actually still have some meetings that I do have with other teachers. I have like weekly meetings. I think I might have one on Thursday at 11 to 12. So I think I might have to make it so that I erase this one. But I promise if I have meetings, I will always at minimum have 5 hours a day to dedicate. So basically, if let's say 11 to 12 on Thursday is a meeting time that I have to meet with other teachers online, obviously I can't meet with you guys, but I have no problem pushing back and doing a 2 to 3. All right. Or even an 8 to 9. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like I want to dedicate 5 hours. All right. 5 hours. All right. Are we going to be using the app Zoom? So Angela, good question. I do not want to use Zoom. I think you probably missed this part if you joined a little bit late. I've used Zoom in the past. I don't really like the way it functions. I feel like it's super, what's the word I'm looking for? Dysfunctional, I guess. I feel like because you have Google Suite accounts, because you are on a Google system, everything that Google does can basically almost do what Zoom does. I think the only thing that Zoom has going for it is that it has that like raise your hand feature and all that. But that even then, that's like still very confusing. And it's like, I'm sure you've been using it with other classes. It's just something I personally haven't had too much like good experiences with. So I would like to keep everything kind of in one place so that things aren't a little bit crazy. But that's really the only reason why. So, I mean, to make a long answer short, do I plan on using Zoom? No. Am I open to it if it comes down to it? Yes. I think, though, for these small tutoring sessions, I will be using Google Hangout. All right. So, guys, if you have a question, can you do me a favor? Can you at me at Angel Munoz Alvarado so that it comes up red so that my attention can go straight to it? All right. Because then on the chat box for me, it shows as bright, like highlighted, and it makes it a lot easier for me to use. It makes it a lot easier for me to read it. So do me a favor. If you have a question, make sure you at me, all right, at Angel Munoz Alvarado. My account should come up. And that makes it a little, or I think Keyshawn's saying you can press Alt F4, and that makes it come up so that you can tag me so that I can see your question a little more easily. All right. I'm kind of still trying to stick to this side so that people don't see it. So Jenna, are we going to use Google Hangout? Yes, we will be using Google Hangout. We will. I think that it's better. I think that it makes a lot more sense. I think that it's probably the best course of action. Things like that. Sam, that's actually probably a good idea. I'll probably do that. Why are you wearing that trash hat? Well, I think if it comes down to it, Caden, Lakers won the West, right? #1 overall. If the season doesn't come back, so I'll take it. I guess the Bucks can have the title if they just give it to the best record, but whatever. Do we have to do anything else when we're done with the packet? As for right now, no. Right now I'm working on uploading. I want to upload things every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm basically like a YouTuber now. I only upload things Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays so that it spreads the workload. Because my thing is, I don't want you guys to feel overwhelmed. And for you overachievers, I don't want you getting ahead of yourselves. So I don't want to say, here's a whole week's worth of work, and then tell me you finish it one day, and then you sit there and you're like, wait, what's going on? I am trying to get you in a routine. I am trying to get you in a routine. Dina, I will not play Minecraft with you. I've never played Minecraft before in my life. Did we do any assignments on the Monday before school closed? We did not. We didn't do anything. We played Mafia. It was a ton of fun. Yes, it is basically a worksheet, Chris. People just call it a packet because it's 2 pieces or more paper stapled together. I personally don't like calling it a packet, but that's what people are doing. Victoria, I'll show her in a second. Will you be posting through the week? Probably not through the week, but I'll probably be posting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for whatever it is that you have to do. I think the only one I might post, even then I'm still in the air. I think that for Act 3, Scene 2, which is the longest part of the play, I might post all the questions for that one whole week. But I do think I might even just split it in half because I want you guys pacing yourselves well. I don't want to just give it all to you because then some people feel like they can't keep up with it, or some people get a little over ambitious and they do it all in one day, and then when I have a live stream on Friday, they're like, wait, what? Right? So maybe. Jennifer, if we have a question for you, do we just, yeah, feel free. Jetta Blake. If anything ever comes up, feel free to email me. I have so I'm not always on my laptop, but I always have my phone with me. I have a Gmail. I have a Google phone, so Gmail works really well on it. You can ask some of the people I'm sure in this chat. I'm doing my best to try to email people ASAP. I am available by email through all hours of the day. But obviously, if you email me at 3 a.m., I'm most likely asleep. So don't expect a response back until about 8 a.m. But if you email me at like 2, I'll try my best to get back to you within an hour. Right? I'm trying to do that so that it makes sense. Asana, I figured that was going to happen. There's nothing to be exposed. I'm just a guy in front of a board doing his job. But it is what it is. So what you posted is Monday. Yeah, so what I posted is Monday through Wednesday, Bree. So basically on Wednesday, after we're done going over that live stream, I will post new material. So on Wednesday, I will post new material that'll be due on Friday. And then then on Friday, I'll post new material that'll be due on Monday. Do you get what I'm saying? It's every 3 days. That's the schedule I'm trying to have. Monday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday, Sunday to Monday. So it's kind of spacing stuff out. Ava, what is Google Hangout? Google Hangout is a platform that you can access through your Google account. So if you ever gone on anything Google, like Gmail or everything like that, there's that little box like at the top right that has all the squares. There's one that says Hangout. So if you click on it, it's basically like a way to do a small live chat. I'll probably be hosting those, and I'll send out a link to the people who sign up for those particular days. Again, right now I'm looking into different platforms for sign up. I think I might just do a Google form just because I think it makes the best sense. But also, I don't know if it'll always work out that way. So right now I'm trying to figure that out. How do you use it? You got to just click on it or click on the link that I send out. I think your best bet is to use the link that you send out. You like jazz? I do like jazz, actually. I really like jazz a lot. We got to come up with a better system for this comment section. Yeah, that's fair. We got to have some rules in place. I think a lot of people are kind of spamming. I got to get some moderators or something to time them out if they obviously don't know how to behave. How you get to Google Hangout, use the squares, how to use it, what they're saying you're a great teacher. So thank you so much. I'm trying my best. What can I say? I'll get some mods. I'll get like the class representatives to be my mods or something if that's possible. I'd have to look into that. Or, other people who want to vie for it. People who I can trust. Basically, if I don't pick you, then I don't trust. I'm just joking. I trust all of you. You're a great group of people. Possibly, Chris. I'm not too sure how that works on YouTube. I know how that works on Twitch TV. I'm not sure how that works on YouTube. But I would need some people to probably be in control of the chat so that things are a little bit less hectic so that I can, check things out. Katie, man, you're at home. You can do whatever you want. Asire, no. So I am, the way I've been doing the chapters, obviously, in the past with all the books that I've been reading is I put them online myself by scanning them. Unfortunately, at home here, I don't have that kind of access to technology. So I don't have the luxury of scanning and uploading. But what I did do, and I got help from Mr. Jones from this, and this is what his classes are doing too, I uploaded a PDF of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I hate PDFs. I hate them, especially for literature or plays, like readings. But it's the best. It's what we got. With that being said, that's on the online learning section of Google Classroom. I created a topic solely for this time that we're going to be doing this. All right. So you can go ahead and go onto that, and the PDF's on there. Feel free to download it. Feel free to click on it and view it like that. But the whole play is on there. All right. For your convenience. What did you say about, Sophia, I was saying that I might have the class reps from every homeroom that I teach be my moderators, so that chat could be a little bit more regulated, but I don't know if that's something I'll actually do. I'll probably actually try to see about moderators, but we'll see. Maybe edit in some music throughout the stream. What are you talking about? That gets in the way of my voice. I like to apply for the position as a month. Possibly. I probably have to give it to people who feel comfortable with it, right? People who feel like they actually can do it and know their way around it. Do you know when we're going back? Right now, April 27th, summer. That's what I've been told. That's what I'm going off of, is April 27th. Yeah, I hate it is a strong word. My apologies. Put music as a background. I'm not. Guys, I'm using a MacBook laptop. What do you think this is? Like, I'm out here trying to use the best technology I can. I don't have a desktop setup. If I did, I would probably use that, but I'm saving up. I'm trying to see. So does anybody have any more questions? Or again, you guys, this schedule behind me, I think, is what we're sticking to. If you can't do it, get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to be flexible. Oh, Adina, very good question. Will we have any quizzes? The answer is yes. Okay, I want to assess your guys' knowledge on what it is that you're reading and show that you know what you're doing. It's very simple though. So just like that first quiz I gave you on Act 1, it was just 20 true or false questions. I think that's the exact same thing I'm going to be doing moving forward. All right, it's basically just assessing you on whether or not you're understanding the content, whether or not you're paying attention, whether or not that you're doing it. All right. I'll probably make those live over the weekends or by the time we finish every act, because they're act quizzes. So basically, probably this weekend, I'll give an Act 2 quiz. All right, you'll have the whole weekend to do it. All right, so some of you are probably like, oh, like how does that work if we're out at home and we can just look it up? Well, it is what it is. You know, I just want to make sure you're keeping up, that you're paying attention, that you're being assessed. All right. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of ways that I can obviously get around that. There's a lot of types of quizzes. I know Google does some that it makes you have to like only like be on that page, and if you leave it, then that automatically disqualifies. So I'll probably do something like that. But I'll have it open throughout the whole weekend. So basically, it shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes to take it. Some of you might only take 15 minutes, but I'll see what I can do. All right, I'm gonna see into that technology. This is one I'm still exploring, but again, I want to try to keep all things Google, things like that. Don't make Omer a mod; he'll bully me. Sounds good. Show us your cat. Play the fast food song. I don't even know what that is. All right, but I think that you guys kind of figured it out. I think that hopefully in this past week you've gotten pretty comfortable with this technology. You've gotten pretty comfortable with Google Classroom more than you were before. Again, I'll be holding these live streams. I'm sorry that I can't talk to you more personal one-on-one, but that's what those tutoring sessions are for. I'll come up with some kind of sign-up app or some. I'm not going to invent an app, but I'll come up with something so that people can book those times. Again, I'm going to cap it at 25 people so that people can actually get help, so that there can actually be good conversations, and it's not me talking to 70 people and other people interrupting. Okay. All right. With that being said, let me go get my cat. I'm block here so you guys don't see the rest of my house. She's being ridiculous right now. Come here, Koi. All my students want to say hi. Ah! Say hi, Koi. Say hi. Hi. See? What? So, guys, this is Koi. She's my friendly neighborhood cat. She owns the place. I pay the rent, but she owns the place. She gets everything that she wants all the time. As you can tell, she's incredibly spoiled. Aren't you? Right? She's purring. I don't know if you guys can hear it. She purrs kind of low. She's just sitting on the couch. I put down this blanket so she'd be comfortable. And look at, she made it her nap spot. 100 subs for house tour. I don't think so. There's not a whole lot to see. Not a whole lot to see. She is very polite, yeah. All right, Amari. That's very weird. Same with you, man. Yeah, she's a little chubby. I overfeed her a little bit. She's been losing weight though. She's on a diet. And then you may not. All right, say hi again. Hey. Don't like when I touch your paws. Wake up. Hey. Ooh. Brush your teeth. All right, guys. I think that's all. If you have any questions about the schedule, if you have any questions about anything else, I'll post a document of the schedule so it's a little bit easier to see and you'll always have it with you. What else? I'll probably be posting material, so notes and questions every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And every time we finish an act, expect a quiz. Other than that, I think that's it. I think we got it all figured out. I think that's everything that needs to be said. You got anything to add, Coy? All right. Thank you. We all appreciate it. All right, y'all. Well, this is Mr. Munoz and Coy. Bye. See you later. Oh, never mind. Signing off. We're signing off now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll see you all hopefully more individualized on Tuesdays. Well, days I'm not doing streams, and then during the streams, obviously, always make sure you're tuning in if you can. Try your best. This quality content. You'd be a fool not to tune in. Thank you everybody for your questions. I hope that I was able to answer them on the fly as best as I could. If you have any more questions, obviously send them to me through email in some way, shape, or form. Otherwise, I'll get something set up so you can sign up for those tutoring sessions. I'll start those up tomorrow. I won't have anything else the rest of today, but starting tomorrow, I will start hosting those for Act 2, Scene 2. All right. So if you need help or you don't understand something, get in touch with me for Act 2, Scene 2. All right. With that being said, I'm signing off. Everybody, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get notifications for when I go live and when I upload the videos. Okay. All right. Peace out, everybody. I'll see you later. All right. Coy, say bye. All right. Fine. All right, folks. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Do the right thing. And talk to you later. See ya.